Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to give you guys a little update on the Cyberpunk project. We're gonna call it the Night City Experience, and I've been putting a lot of mods. There's over 100 mods already in here. Um, a lot of them are for stability or quality of life, but there are some that are very, very, very essential to how the game is running. And I want to give you guys a rundown and show you guys how the game is performing, and then explain how the graphical settings are put together. I'm not gonna talk about the mods except for one, or maybe a couple as I highlight them.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did y'all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City called Kujira, or the Whale? Apparently the Corp figured it wasn't safe in Japanese waters, afraid some local fishermen might
Okay, so we're in V's apartment. Welcome to Cyberpunk 2077. Here's a little view of what we will be delving in. The small portion of the city. I'm running around with a level 2 character just for like testing, you know, settings and whatnot. There's a peek. This is kind of like what the final character would look like, except maybe not the hair. And obviously the outfit will change. This is a very starting outfit in the game. Anyways, as I was saying, there's a lot of graphical magic in the background so that the game runs at where it's currently running, which is like over 80, around 65 to like 80 FPS without being dropped. So let's go take a look outside. We'll do a little tour, walk around, drive around, and then we'll go from there. Clean here. Let's just take it in. It is our apartment complex, so it's a hellhole, but take what you can get.
For your own safety, do not disturb or obstruct.
NCPD! Open up!
Oh.
We got a call! We're here to help!
Never trust these cops.
We know you're in there!
Especially in NCPD. Your shots are from the Second Amendment. But yeah, look at how nice the game looks right now. It's running at like 70-ish. And we'll go over the graphical settings and everything. So
Know what the worst thing is about this place? No, the fucking smell.
obviously the HUD has been hidden, so that's a mod that I implemented, which is very, very easy. A lot of these mods will go through Nexus Mod Manager. So let's go downstairs and let's walk around Night City and give you guys an idea of like how the game performs when there is actually a huge environment that it has to render.
feeling tired, bored, powerless? Not anymore. Experience all of the Network's 16 new flavors and
16 new flavors, dog. My god. Oh, she's trashed. Okay. All right. Take a look outside and let's see what's popping tonight. Welcome to Night City, everyone. Welcome to one of the most chaotic cities in fiction. It's basically capitalism and consumerism incarnated, and it's a very interesting take on a dystopian future. Yeah. As you guys can see, it's holding pretty steady. We'll go over my specs as well. Normally, if I'm not mistaken, you gotta go in there. Okay. Let's go up here first, just to take a look around. Let's put on the mini map, shall we? So this is the nightlife over here. We'll keep walking around. Then we'll drive, and then I'll explain the settings. Yeah, the graphical fidelity has stayed very, very nice. These are the cops. They got detained. Sucks. Let's go over here. nightclub right there. I'm pretty sure this nightclub is part of like the main story, if I remember correctly. It's been a few years since I played this. I also put a flashlight on, so now in the main game you don't have one. So when it's dark and you can't, well, I don't remember having one. It might be. So currently I have 3 guns. I have my handy pistol, very nice. I also got my assault rifle, just a base assault rifle. And lastly, we got my trusty katana, which is where we're gonna start like building the game from. Oh, this away. Yeah, there's a lot of game that we gotta explore here. I'm mistaken. Oh, you people. Okay. You guys are here. Hey. Oh. Yes, sir. I don't know what that was for, dude. But whatever. Oh, my car.
Disfrutando del buen tiempo, este mes las temperaturas promedio se han mantenido en niveles seguros para la vida humana.
I gotta steal a car? Probably gonna have to steal it. Oh, they're over there.
When a phantom itch leads to a fatal system error, foreign body
Yes. Let's drive around a bit. Yeah, I put a couple mods to like change the handling of the vehicles.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, it's holding steady 60. Look, guys, like it's doing its magic. Yeah, 50, 50, 60. Oh, what's going on here? That was one of the smoothest turns I have ever taken as an MNK player. Here, pump the brakes. Turn here. Up here. Park somewhere around here. Which is where we're supposed to go. Somewhere around here, I believe. Misty's place. Yeah, look at that. Alright, well, let's talk about the graphical settings, right? And let's also talk about my PC specifications. So you guys saw it holds pretty well. There were a couple dips like into the 40s, but they were like momentarily less than a second. It holds steady at 60. It plays really well with, you know, a lot of stuff going on screen. So I have a Intel i7 11400F, which is not a terrible processor, but it's relatively outdated. I also have, this computer came stock with 16 gigabits of RAM. I upgraded that to 32 just recently. And it also has a NVIDIA GTX 3070 8 gigs. So that's basically the core. Now, what the mod that I want to highlight, and we go to graphical settings, you guys will see that there's two settings that should not be available to me. That is the AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution 3. That should not be there whatsoever. I want to highlight that there's a mod through Nexus Mod called the FSR3 Frame Gen for Cyberpunk 2077. DLSS Enabler 2077 edition. What this mod does is that it adds the FSR 3.1 frame generation from AMD, and it replaces the DLSS FG. And it gives you additional upscaling options to the game. It works for all main vendors of GPUs, so NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel, and it's fully comparable with like the background mods. Now, what I decided to do is that I took the AMD Fidelity Super Resolution 3, so the 3.1 mod, set up to quality. I've tested various conditions, various settings. You can have like balance, performance, ultra performance. Quality gives you the best picture. And then the sharpness, I put it around 0.9, anywhere between 0.8 and 1. It's really, really good. But the frame generation is being done through the NVIDIA DLSS frame generation. So what this means is that usually what's been experienced with the AMD FSR is that it gives you a lot of frames. Your FPS boost is incredible, but sometimes the image resolution tends to suffer as a result. Now, the DLSS is the inverse, where the image is a lot more sharp, but the FPS gain is not as critical. So I have kind of combined the best of both worlds. The frame generation itself, just to explain it, it basically means that as you're playing, right, in the background, the game will render at a lower resolution. Say, for example, you're playing at 1080p, it'll be rendering at 720p. It'll render that low, and then it will let their proprietary AI help fill the frames missing in order to fulfill the level of the picture. And once you get close to it, it'll upscale it back up to whatever you are. So that way, you still get the immersion of the backgrounds and everything without sacrificing FPS. And that's the gist of this. I suggest these settings. I've worked around a lot. If you have anywhere close to what I have, use this and you'll be playing very, very easily. Ray tracing is on because there are mods that like help enable it and make it a lot easier and a lot less taxing on the system. Ray trace sun shadows are on, ray trace local shadows are on, and the ray tracing is set to medium. The only thing I don't suggest running is the ray trace reflections and also the path tracing unless you have an NVIDIA 4000 series or higher. Anything below a 4090 will struggle with this. Performance, I have crowd density to medium. I could put it to low and get another probably like 8 to 10 FPS. But I think medium is fine. I won't complain if my game sometimes stutters and gets down to the 45s because it still feels really. For post-processing effects, I have the film grain, the chromatic aberration, the depth of field, and the lens flare on. The reason for this is that I want this to be as cinematic as possible. I have the motion blur off because that thing throws me off a lot, and I've been playing FPSs without motion blur the majority of my life. In advance, and this is more personal reference, and I will tell you guys which settings tend to impact your performance. Contact shadows and improved facial lighting geometry are fine. Keep those on. And isotropy at 16. Always, if you lower this, yeah, you might get a boost in FPS, but it doesn't matter because the image quality suffers significantly. Local shadow mesh quality and local shadow quality, we're gonna have them on medium. The reason I have it on medium is because we have the ray tracing on, and the ray tracing will help bring this up to an appropriate level, and you won't feel like you're getting cheaped out. On the other hand, the cascade shadow range, you should have it at high. So that's like what the sun shadows. And the resolution should stay at medium. So all these are like within the same level. Distance shadow resolution, keep it on high. The volumetric fog resolution, this actually it's a little taxing on your GPU. I would suggest keeping it at low because you're gonna have a lot. What you care more is about the volumetric cloud quality or how like that smoke looks, not how much there is. There's already a lot of stuff going on screen. The max dynamic decals, these are like the posters and stuff that like rotates in the city so that it'll look more lively. This is significant. The screen space reflection quality is a huge resource dump, and I would suggest keeping it on low. The subsurface scattering quality, I keep it on high. Ambient occlusion, I didn't see a difference between having it on or off, but I'd rather just keep it on low. Color precision, I have it on high. Mirror quality, I have it on high. This will lower your FPS to probably around 60, but you only use it when you're looking at a mirror, which is very rare. So, and then the level of detail, we have it at high. Lastly, on video, I have the VSync off. I have capped the FPS just so I am, testing stability. So this is probably the best I can do. I can unlock it if I really wanted to. I'm playing on window borderless. I might play on full screen depending on how I'm feeling. Our resolution is 1080p, and because we're using the DLSS already, it activates the NVIDIA Reflex low latency. So that's basically it. The rest are, more involved mods that change the gameplay. But altogether, this game is running like a charm. I'll probably be done soon and make a final update where I list all the mods and which ones are necessary and which ones are not, and I'll timestamp it. But as you can see, Night City is ready to rock and roll, and so am I. It's gonna be quite an adventure. Let's save out here quick. All right, and with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go back to this should be ready hopefully by the end of February, and we should be ready to go. But I'll probably play a couple more games before this one because this is a long one. Anyways, that was the update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully when I finalize everything and make it into a collection so you guys can download it and potentially play Cyberpunk alongside me. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.